At some point in the due diligence process or in the evaluation of a potential franchise that you might make an investment in, you're going to have the opportunity to be presented with what is referred to as a franchise disclosure document or an FDD. Now, that document was previously called a uniform offering circular or a uniform franchise offering circular. And the idea of it is to provide investors or potential investors with a lot of disclosure and information about the particular franchise company that you might be interested in investing in. Again, it's the Federal Trade Commission regulates franchising, and the intent of the Federal Trade Commission is to protect the interest of consumers and or would-be investors to make sure that they're given adequate opportunity to know as much as they need to know about the company they're investing in, the cost of the investment, some of the other details of what's required under the licensing agreements. So that information's all provided in these documents. Now, again, we're not attorneys, we're not giving you legal advice, we're just simply telling you that there is a process that is required for the franchisor to give you this information. Now, you may end up getting the document in a form that's already pre-bound. If you request it that way, it could come in electronic format that you would print out on your own. But in any event, it's a sizable document that can be quite overwhelming and intimidating. This is a smaller franchise concept right here. This circular is probably only around 150 pages. You could end up, depending on the nature of the concept or the company, with one that looks more like this. This is 300 some pages here. It's a lot of information, but it's all information that's there to provide you with the background information that you need, the detail that you need in order to properly evaluate and analyze a company. So again, it's there to protect you, but just because the Federal Trade Commission has approved a circular for a company doesn't necessarily mean that they're saying it's a good investment. It doesn't necessarily mean they're saying it's a good company. They're just saying that the company has met the compliance requirements to be able to offer franchises for sale in the United States. Now, there is some additional states. Not every state will accept just the Federal Trade Commission's approval for a FDD. There are 14 or 15 states in the country that have additional disclosure requirements that might modify the language or add some other details in there. So they have an additional registration requirement. So not every state has the same requirement, and not every franchise company that offers franchises has been registered in every state. So that's some of the due diligence you need to do when you're investigating a franchise, is to find out, are they even registered in a state? Do they have a circular that meets the requirement of that state? So in any event, the two things that I think most people want to know is, how much is it going to cost me to get into this franchise in terms of investment, and how much money am I going to make? Ultimately, that's what most investors want to know. Some of that information is provided for you in great detail in here, especially the investment side of it. How much money you're going to make, there's a little less disclosure in there. Jim's going to cover that a little bit for you in the next video, breaking down what of the 23 different areas in here, how to kind of break that down and make it a little more easy to understand, and make sure that you're looking at the stuff that's going to be the most important for you before you make a final investment.